All right. Welcome back, everybody. So, in the last video, I talked to you guys a little bit about I'm getting ready to get back started on the LS motor, getting ready to get back started, knocking this thing out and getting it put together. So, nonetheless, I've got a little bit of talking to do in this video before I get started. So, where I'm at on the LS right now is I have everything tore down. The only thing I'm liking is I got to knock the cam bearings out, which we're doing today in this video. And some miscellaneous things, like there's a freeze plug or two in there. And then I'm going to check the barbell that's in the back of the engine. And so just to make sure that the O-ring's good on that and everything. But most of the time you don't have to worry about stuff like that. So today I got in the mail, this is what was holding me up so far, my LS cam bearing remover and installer. Now I could have removed the cam bearings myself without this tool by just getting a socket that's pretty close to the same size, but that's not too big, so that way it wouldn't nick the block. But nonetheless, I was going to have to get this anyways to put the cam bearings back in. So there's really no point in taking that risk of nicking the block. But I don't remember if I showed you guys or not, but it is all tore down. Here, this is the pistons here, obviously, and the rods. And then that's also the main caps. And I believe I left the main bearings still in the actual caps. But nonetheless, I have already ordered my rebuild kit for this motor, and I'm going to talk to you guys a little more about that later whenever the kit actually gets here, and I'll do an unboxing video and everything. I'm going to show you guys this awesome pressure washer that I wish I had here to do stuff like this with, and I'm going to be using it at my dad's work. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and get the tool set up. I'm going to get you guys set up on the tripod and start the time lapse. Alright, you guys, so this is continuing on through the video of me giving you guys the basic rundown and knocking the cam bearings out of the 5.3. So my rebuild kit has arrived. It got here a day earlier than I thought, thankfully, and I'm just going to be kind of going over what I got to go back in the motor. Now this is an EngineTek brand. Pretty much what EngineTek is, from what I can understand, is they take a bulk supply of Fel-Pro gaskets, obviously, milling, and different big name brand stuff, and they pretty much just put their own logo on it. Now this is the actual rebuild kit here, and I'm not going to open these smaller boxes just because there's a lot of little parts in it. So first things first, this is the lower gasket kit, and I can just read to you guys what's on the list here. It comes with the water pump gaskets, timing cover gasket, the oil pump inlet gasket, the oil filter gasket, oil pan, and oil pan drain plug. Now I'm not sure what they mean by oil filter gasket, because every oil filter comes with a gasket on it. But if I don't need it, I'm just not going to use it. So, it comes with one timing cover seal as well, and it also comes with the rear crank seal, and it tells about the applications and everything, how it fits the 4.8, 5.3, and the 6.0. That's pretty much it on the gasket kit. Now this lower box here is not part of the rebuild kit. This is what my oil pan came in, and I've just got some miscellaneous parts laid off in here that I took with the engine block to clean. This is the master gasket kit, so to speak. This is the big gasket kit that I have in my hand. It comes with everything on the upper side of the engine, literally everything. It even came with valve seals. So if you're looking for a cheap, if you've blown your motor up in your mud truck or something, obviously this is what this motor comes in most of the time, is your older Z71s and Suburbans and things like that. This rebuild kit will get you set up for around $500, and it literally comes with everything that you would usually tear up in these motors very quickly. So on this one, it comes with 16 valve stem seals, head gaskets, exhaust and intake, air injection. I would think that would just mean the intake gaskets. Knock sensor gaskets, which I'm not going to need. I'm buying the delete plate. The exhaust pipe and exhaust pipe ring, I'm not going to need that either. So when I tell you this is a legit, like, complete rebuild kit, this is it besides the cranking rods and heads, valves, and things like that, obviously. Comes with 2 throttle body gaskets. Comes with the EGR, thermostat, fuel injector, water channel. I'm not sure where those go. I looked into it a couple times, and I have not taken a gasket that looked like that off this motor, so geez, I'll almost fall. Comes with some miscellaneous O-rings, and it also comes with the Lifter Valley, 2 Lifter Valley gaskets, and they're 2 different Lifter Valley gaskets. One fits my motor and one fits some other odd motor. I've never seen it before, which this is the only style block I've ever fooled with, so of course I haven't really seen a lot of them. Nonetheless, moving on. It came with what they call freeze plugs, which they are freeze plugs, but this motor doesn't actually come with freeze plugs. It comes with, or I haven't found any freeze plugs, and I haven't found anything linking towards freeze plugs that are in this motor. But from my knowledge, the only kind of freeze plug that's in this motor would be the lower oil gallery drain, the oil gallery plug, which I showed you guys earlier in this video, and then also there's a coolant drain. Then I believe this here is going to be my cam bearings, and it is. And so it just comes with basic cam bearings. Gives you a couple little instructions there on how to install them, things such as that. I think this is the rod bearings. It is. So rod cap bearings, or just rod bearings in general. This is going to be my rings. I'm not going to open those just because I have them sealed back up where I opened them before. I didn't have to check this box. I wanted to make sure that everything was going to be in here before I shot a video on it. Not only that, but if it wasn't all in here, I was going to have to send it back. And then this is my main bearings. Then I have my timing chain. I'm not going to show you guys that because that's pretty obvious. This is the reason right here, the pistons is why I got this specific kit. Now, this is what's going to help this be more of a horsepower related build. So I'm going to set this pin out so that way I don't drop it. As you can see, I got true flat top. These are 4.8 standard bore and everything pistons. Some of you guys may know a 5.3 and a 4.8 has the exact same block. The only thing different is the crankshaft and I believe some of them came with different rod lengths. I'm not 100% on that, but I do know the crankshaft's different, and the only way to tell if a motor is a 5.3 or a 4.8, because they have both of them stamped onto the block, is, without tearing it down, that is to check check what kind of piston's in it. And that should tell you if it's a 5.3 or if it's a 4.8. If it's a flat top, it's 4.8. If it's a dish top, it's going to be a 5.3. Mine's still going to be a 5.3, but with 4.8 flat top pistons. Now they did make a 5.3 with flat top pistons, and that is going to be what they called the L33. That was the high output 5.3. It was an all aluminum block. Mine's iron. I'd rather it be iron anyways. So putting that back up, that covers everything in the big box. Then I also got a brand new oil pump from Engine Tech. I didn't actually know it came with an oil pump. I was going to get a milling high volume oil pump, but since this came with a brand new one, I'm just going to deal with that for now. Now, if I end up building some kind of a stroker motor, or if I end up building a turbo motor or something like that, then I am going to go ahead and get a milling high volume, just because LSs are known for their oiling issues in performance scenarios. In your everyday driving, you're not going to see any problems with oiling, but I do want to get a milling if I turn around and try to do something along the lines of a stroker build. But nonetheless, guys, that pretty much sums it up for this video. Just pretty much telling you guys how I'm looking to build the 5.3 as of right now. I don't want to go too much into future parts because that can always change. Unless I have it here and it's in my hands, there's no certainty that it is going in that motor. So until that time comes, I'm not gonna really talk a whole lot about it, just because I don't want to change it and then me have to go back and revert to the last video. But that's enough talking for one video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys are watching the LS series and are enjoying it, because this build is going to be awesome, and I'm so ready to have it in this car. I did go to a car show with it this last Saturday, the 16th. I don't know what date it is, but this last Saturday I did take it to a car show, and the motor still runs fine and everything, but I think I explained that it has a real bad idle issue because of the intake and the heads not mating up right. And I was going to go LS anyways, and I've already pulled this motor out once, and the next time I pull it out, I'm putting something different in. But yep, that pretty much sums it up for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, have a good one. Thank you for tuning back in. Jay and O'Brien.